Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Resender, and welcome to Life in the End. Sorry that there hasn't been an episode recently. Yesterday, I didn't film any. I'd been afflicted by what we called one more turn syndrome. For people who don't know, the one more turn syndrome is points or indicate. It means that players of a certain gaming franchise cannot stop playing that game. And it's a turn-based game, hence the name, the One More Turn Syndrome. And I'll tell you the game, it's actually Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Because after 20, 30, maybe 40 times of getting it to work on Windows 7, and you know, I finally got it working, and why did it take so many times? Well, the game was developed by Firaxis, which is a company Sid Meier started at the end of the last century, so the 20th century. I don't know the publisher, but they went away from that publisher, and the publisher kept the rights to Alpha Centauri and Firaxis didn't. Meaning that the patches for Windows XP, because this already didn't work on Windows XP without patches, are not available anymore. So it took me a long time to actually find working versions for a working version for those patches. So I went to Good Old Games, and they actually auto patch with the two patches. Well, their version comes automatically with the two patches and the unofficial patch installed. But even then, it took me a while to actually get it working, and I finally discovered that Alpha Centauri is allergic to the story, at least. But yeah, let's return to normal news. Okay, there are going to be a few big game changes. Yes. Game change number 1. I'm actually going to build the platforms upwards for the biomes first, so that I can get a better view on planning the biomes, because that is actually too large for what it needed, for what I had foreseen. And yeah, farm's doing nicely. Of course, here will be a row. So I planted all the seeds, all the plants. This grows nicely. That's actually, after we shown the farms, I'll go to my second announcement concerning my life here. Hello, animals! Yes, I should capture a little bit more of these custom mobs. Especially they would fit in. Let's see, do I have food on me? I don't want to starve. Second thing is I decided to decommission the idea of using ender pearl generators to generate power. Why? Because let's take a look into our in NEI. This is the hydrogen generator, and this is going to be the problem which I will be discussing soon. The hydrogen generator generates 600 joules per tick, and those joules can be converted into redstone flux, which is of course my primary source of power currently. That's going through this conduit, that's what in there, and it's a conversion rate of 2.5. Well, 2.5 joules equals 1 redstone flux, and the hydrogen generator produces, if it's correct, well, it produces, it produces 240 redstone flux per tick, which equals 3 of those. And the hydrogen generators can be completely automated using, I don't even need the pump from a mechanism that requires power. I can use an aqueous accumulator to fill up the electrolyzers. But yeah, I'm planning, but it also means that I don't really need that much more ender pearls. which means that I decided not to, maybe to increase the ender farm a little. Yeah, a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 levels up, and on top of that I'll build my whatchamacallit, oh, I can't remember. I will build a new power station field of hydrogen. Geronimo. And I decided that I need optimally 30 hydrogen generators. Now comes a little problem. I added mechanism to this mod pack. I need osmium. To be more precise, I need 120 just for this outside. 60 dust, so 120, that's so 180. Let's go again. No, 180. So I need 240 osmium. Little problem. I might have added mechanism to the mix of mods I use, but apparently osmium doesn't seem to spawn, so I was going to plan doing that today. So this is all that I have left of the original osmium I gave myself when I had oh, excuse me, when I added the mod pack, but it doesn't spawn anymore. Or doesn't spawn yet, so I'll be having to look this weekend into configuring the config files to allow the osmium generation. Okay, the butterflies, in the meantime I have discovered that's forestry. So yeah, fun times are ahead. I'm going to transmute that iron, and I'm going to start building on the platforms above. I don't think I'll be finishing that today. Most likely not. But I'll let you into maybe 10 minutes of me at 4 times speed. So, see you guys tomorrow. Bye. That's considerably less than I had hoped for. Okay, so this is more or less the idea. So we'll have a quadrant here. Oh, I just destroyed that torch. A section that will overlap the previous section, and a section that's overlapped by the next section. Well, the next biome. I couldn't do that here because I derped and I laid down the biome before it was finished. Well, I should have. Yeah, you know what I meant. So this will become my witchery biome, and I'll be aqueducting the water. So there will be an aqueduct running from here to this level. I'll have some witch items here, maybe an altar. I don't know much about witchery, so yeah. Here I probably will have either a desert or beach type situation. And then the next level is going to be the village, which will go here, there, and here. And then maybe a forest again. I got some wolves somewhere, so that I don't want to place them among sheep because they'll hunt the sheep into extinction. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I know that I said already goodbye, but with only not enough iron to actually do anything major. I hate that builders want to automatically pick corners when it shouldn't. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.